Nobody wins when the family feels, but my
You walk from the old, I already know what the fuck going on, well. Oh, wait.
I know what to do with it. $1,000 shoe. I'm walking on a damn hour. He ain't running up a bag.
Hang on.
Hey, it's the truck coming through. It's the truck. It's the truck.
Hang on. Okay, I got you.
About 5:30 on Eyewitness News, gunshots rattling yet another community, taking the lives of two 20-year-olds in separate shootings, leaving two families to grieve.
A grandmother just had to bury her grandchild. That's painful.
And it's yet another story of gun violence that we've had to report on.
This time in Salisbury, two shootings less than 2 miles apart. One during a memorial service in a park, the other at the American Legion.
Thing go down.
About me being in the neighborhood, I heard the shots. I heard them go off, and the only thing I could do was run in the bedroom and lay on the floor and pray a bullet did not come through my house.
Wyatt says violence has been a problem in this area for a long time, and it doesn't fix anything.
This is not solving the problem. And to take another man's life does not solve the problem either, because you're not only hurting that person that you just killed, but you just affected a family.
The people you hang with in life typically be the guys or girls that you grew up with and normally start out as kids who didn't pick their choice of living or conditions because it was their parents. But eventually you grow up adapting to that environment and making friends and associates along the journey come with that. And that's typically with the people that's around your age that also live in the neighborhood. But if you take a second and think about it, in most cases, if you didn't grow up with such individual, would you call them your friend or associate? Or would you have as many? Them real questions that typically we don't talk about. But then along the journey, growing up as kids, you typically identify yourself as a group by one name. But let's keep it real. As we grow older, we don't see certain things the same way as we once did when we was young. And like the famous quote, family, one bad apple could spoil a bunch. Identifying your social circle by one name is a huge risk. And of course, with these stereotypes, they automatically think you're a game. And prosecutors and local DAs will start to use that against you to give you a RICO indictment. But let's keep it real. As we mentioned, we not always considered a game. But that's where the one bad apple spoiled a bunch come in at. Because we all know that is how some games do start. But it goes to show you, everybody don't gotta be involved with your beef. They hanging with you, they known to be with you, and you getting some dirt, everybody is a target. And nowadays, that including the women and kids. Now I say all that to say this. We don't know if this is a gang, a group of people who just call themselves that, or even family members. But the people that's identified today, according to local authorities, is OTM, only the mass rolls. And the reason we bringing up this story today, because they had two members who lost their life in the span of 2 weeks. And just 4 days ago, a man had a funeral for being gunned down at the local candlelight vigil for somebody who was allegedly an associate to him who lost his life in a gruesome fashion. With details get weary as we look into it. So without wasting too much time on this intro, today we pay our respects, send love and condolences to the family and friends of these victims, in hopes to shine a light on these cases and bringing this family some closure. So before we go over this one, remember, I don't give you no aim, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Today we're going to Salisbury, North Carolina. It's a place some consider the country from the outside looking in. But Salisbury, North Carolina is a city with rich history and some interesting facts. Quick fact, Salisbury, North Carolina played a huge role in the railroad systems in the 19th century. The city was a major hub for the railroads, which contribute to its growth and prosperity. Salisbury, North Carolina, like many cities, has some issues with crime, including gang activity in certain neighborhoods. But as we mentioned, normally that start when you're young, and a group that identified itself as OTM has been taking some heavy losses lately. The first identified in the span of 2 weeks, and we're gonna go in order, was a young man that go by the name of Shaquem Turner. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. He lost his life March 31st, 2024. But the details surrounding his demise is what drew concerns. Now I requested the body cam footage and also the police report, and I'll provide a part 2 once the results is concluded. In Shaquem Turner Facebook, it mentions OTM, my gang. He was also an aspiring rapper. Born September 6, 1999, he was only 24 years old when he lost his life. Shaquem graduated from South Airedale High School with the class of 2018. He was known as Sherna by his family and friends. He was also employed by Dollar General as a cashier. Now I've reached out to family and friends and got the police report. And here's why, family. The only thing that was mentioned for Turner's demise was that a crash occurred on March 31st, 2024, around 2:40 a.m. on Sunday, when a vehicle was traveling along Statesville Boulevard in between Last Drive. The driver heard a loud thump. He felt his car had ran over something. according to a spokesman from the police department. The driver pulled over and went to investigate and realized he had ran over Turner, who had been lying in the middle of the road. The driver then called 911 and reported the crash, according to the spokesman. EMS arrived and treated Turner for his injuries on the scene before transporting him to Nova Health Roman Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. Crews said that the medical personnel were unable to stabilize Turner for a flight to another hospital. Once again, may Shaquem Turner rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. There was a couple things that standed out during that statement from that police spokesman. One was, why was Turner laying in the middle of the street? Two, was he shot there and just laying in the middle of the street? Did someone place him there? Was he asleep? Three, at what capacity? Has there been any arrests since then or any investigation since then? Now, Turner had a scare in his life once before. He once posted to Facebook, January 8th, 2019, "I'm glad God saved me and my homie's life. Well, to be honest, I'm glad we made it, but I'm glad that all my results came back good today, man. All the I've been experiencing all day, man, I just need a break. I'm hurting bad, but I know that wasn't nothing but God who saved my damn life today, bruh. I cried so damn hard because I knew God saved me. And this was an eye-opener. It woke me up and made me believe in myself. I'm so glad the hospital did not make me stay. I'm so glad I'm still walking and still smiling. I'm just glad to still be alive because today was the scariest, most terrifying day of my life. I'm gonna never forget January 8th, but thank you so much for saving me and my homie life, bruh. For real, to the EMS. Just this past week, Turner's mom went to Facebook and said the following: "It's been 3 weeks since you left me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that I'm not gonna physically see you again. My heart is broken. A piece of my soul is literally gone. You were my miracle baby, my first love, my biggest headache, and my strongest weakness. There was nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. If I could trade places with you, I would. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this thing called life without you. We grew up together. You watched me get it out the mud, quote unquote, as you would say. Although I was a child having a child, I was determined to not be a statistic, to be the best mother to you I can be. You were my reason to be, my motivation, where my ambition came from. We had such a great time, literally hours before you transitioned. I thank you for the last words you shared with me. I wish I would have hugged you more than one time that night. You were so happy and cheerful. I haven't found any peace yet, but I'm using the smallest strength that I do have to try to keep going. Mommy will never be the same again, Shaquem. I miss you. Until I'm with you again, I surely hope you're dancing up there. No more worries, no more overthinking or feeling inadequate by those that took advantage of your kind heart. I guess you're my angel now, until we meet again." Fam, that Facebook post touched me. We send 11 prayers to that mother. That could be any of our mothers. And you can only imagine what's going through this mom's head. She lost her son. And the people who rep the same alleged crew as him and threw a candlelight service just a week prior to her posting that message for her son, which led to a man being shot and losing his life. That man was identified as Shalik Williams, aka OTM Goo. He was a father of 5, and according to his peers on Facebook, he was a natural born leader who liked to dance a lot. Check out one of his clips on TikTok.
He ain't running up a bag, he running it down mouth. I'm Mr. Swinger Dope, Mr. Beat the Road.
Shalik was one of 2 people who lost their life in Salisbury, North Carolina, in 2 separate incidents. Salisbury police said the first shooting was at Jersey City Park on West Kerr Street, just after 9 p.m. on Saturday, April 13, 2024, as we mentioned. The victim was identified as 26-year-old Shalik Jaquan Williams, who died at the hospital. He had been at the park for a memorial service, as we mentioned, according to the police. And so we pay respects, though she has nothing to do with this case. The second shooting happened at American Legion building on Old Wilkesboro Road around 2 a.m. on Sunday. The victim in that case was a 21-year-old female named Melissa Salter. She was taken to the hospital where she died. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. Police said no arrests have been made in either case and said they're working on state and federal partners during the investigation. State and federal.
Mile away from Camp North End.
WCNC Charlotte.
Where one person is dead after a shooting. It all happened on Fontana Avenue, just about a half-mile away from Camp North End.
WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane has been on the scene for a few hours now. Richard, what have you learned so far?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Good Thursday morning, everybody. Still a very tense situation in that area. Neighbors, friends, family, all upset over the city's latest homicide. Now, let's take a look at some video that we were able to get a little bit earlier this morning. Police say it all happened about 1 o'clock right in the 1400 block of Fontana Drive. When they arrived, they saw a man suffering a gunshot wound. That person pronounced dead on the scene. We know that police collected evidence, spoke to witnesses trying to determine what happened. We were able to speak with a number of family members off camera. We also spoke with one family member on camera who describes the scene that happened right outside his grandmother's house.
At grandmother's house, so that's even more shocking. Like your grandmother's house, you expect there to be some kind of respect or similarity, but like I said, I mean, as far as I know, he's not in the streets or nothing like that. So that's the shocker to me. It's like this is senseless violence, and it just got to stop.
Now, under 2 weeks, this is the second OTM member who lost their life. So this raising concerns, which makes Turner demise a little more suspicious. Fam, let's be real. Mash Rose can just mean the last name of your family. Now, Shalique's sister said this about a week after losing her brother. Y'all hurt us so bad, like for real, for real. Everybody know our bond, shaking my head. I can't believe y'all took my brother. He just wanted to dance, laugh, help others, and be with his kids. What's wrong with that? He ain't beef with nobody. He got along with everyone. I hate y'all. And I gotta be real, fam. That message echoed what a lot of other people had to say in regards to Shalique's life. His mom, aka Mom and Kim, had went to Facebook and said the following. Hello, everyone. The outpour of phone calls, texts, voicemails, flowers, cards, genuine love, prayers, monumental gifts, support, and or hugs, etc. has not gone unseen or unheard by me. I can't thank each and every one enough. Capital letters. I am not okay, and I'll never in my life be the same. But with God, I've been able to get up daily and get through my day that God has freely given me. So again, I thank you all wholeheartedly, and I ask for continued prayers for myself, my family, and those who have been impacted by the loss of my oldest king, Shalique, as I continue to navigate my life. Heart emoji, woe in peace. Sleep peacefully, my king. I can't wait to see you again. Like we said at the very beginning, fam, it's just unfortunate. You can grow up with somebody, and now your best friend or close associate have possibly done something, but you just grow up with him, which made him a close friend. And now you became a casualty of their war. As more developed, I keep you guys updated. Once again, rest in peace to Shalique. Once again, rest in peace to Shaquem. And once again, rest in peace to Alyssa, who lost her life that had nothing to do with this story on the same day that Shalique lost his life in Salisbury, North Carolina. But now it's time for you guys to talk to me. This was the story of two people from the same inner circle losing their life in gruesome fashion less than 2 weeks apart. One ran over and one shot at the candlelight visual. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I keep you guys updated on the police FOIA requests, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.